jab. Oh!
But she also knows it's never gonna happen. Aside from that, too, she thanked me because I knocked out the dude that had knocked her out in sparring. I knocked him out in my 11th fight. And then I brought up the story when I first met her, and she got defensive. And it's divided for a reason.
Rick, I got dropped. I didn't get knocked out.
Nah.
You know, from the footage that people be posting, oh, I got dropped and I was laying there. One, I probably never been hit that hard with like a bare knuckle before, and that's what happened. But as I got back up, I sparred another guy. Just because I'm a woman sparring against a man, and then it happened one time, it didn't deter me from sparring other men. That happened when I was going for my second world title.
The boxing community recently found itself in the middle of a heated controversy after Rolando Romero was accused of sharing footage that supposedly shows Claressa Shields getting knocked out during a sparring session with a male fighter. The video began circulating shortly after Shields confidently called out Romero, claiming she had what it takes to beat him in a fight.
Did coke before we fought. I don't care what you're talking about. You, my ass is not. Listen, you know, I don't think there's a lot of men that can beat me.
Shit, I'm with you.
No, you're not. Because when you was interfering with Shakur,
I'm with you. No, I was talking about shit. No, I'm just saying.
What you saying?
Let me ask you a question. Is there a male champion, regardless of weight,
Yep.
that you believe you can?
I beat Rolly. He's a world champion. Rolly Ramirez. Do you agree or disagree? Speaking out, hold your peace.
I agree. I'm with you.
Do you watch boxing? Have you ever seen Rolly?
Reports began circulating that Rolando Romero released sparring footage allegedly showing Claressa Shields being dropped by a younger boxer. In response, Shields pushed back strongly, expressing full confidence in her abilities and stating that she would handle Romero without much trouble. She also argued that he doesn't possess the level of power or technical skill needed to challenge her in the ring.
You can go where Rolly's at and beat that. Rolly can't box nothing like me. It don't matter about no power. You don't have no skill. So next time Rolly come to my inbox, just know, yeah, I'm really about that. And I will show up where you at and show you what's up. He like, oh, you're not better than me and I'm not better than you. I'm just telling you that all of the greats have been dropped. I got a video of all your favorite fighters getting dropped. Rolly, congratulations. You got knocked out. Shut up. Shut up. You got knocked out in a real fight. Foreign. You got knocked out for real. So hush your mouth. Shakur beat your ass. Ryan beat you up. Teofimo beat you up. David Haney walk you. Everybody like, who is Rolly? The dude who Tank knocked out. And when I see Rolly, I want you to keep that same energy you have over that internet.
Despite her strong confidence, the reported footage has started to raise serious doubts among fans and analysts alike. Many viewers are now questioning the boldness of Shields' claim, wondering whether she truly has the ability to compete against and defeat male fighters at a high level. The situation has sparked widespread debate, with opinions divided between those who support her confidence and those who see the footage as a reality check.
Professional man out there that you could beat in a boxing match?
Absolutely.
Really?
I'm a two-time Olympic gold medalist, undisputed champion. I think people get it kind of, they always say, oh, you know, a woman can't beat a man. I spar with men. And I mean, I drop men. I bust men nose. I beat men up all the time. You know what? Power for power isn't a question, because what is boxing? Boxing is a sweet science. It's not about strength. You know, it's not about strength, because people were saying Christina Hammer was stronger than me. They were saying all these girls were stronger than me, but did you not see the head movement that I had during the fight? See the defense, the offense, the traps I set. If I was to get in there with a man, I would do a lot more of that. And I do have some power. I'm not going to say I'm stronger than them, but if I set up the right shot with...
Claressa Shields quickly responded to the claims, making it clear that she was not knocked out as some reports suggested. Instead, she explained that she was simply dropped during a sparring session, emphasizing that such moments are a normal part of boxing training and don't reflect a fighter's true ability in an actual bout.
Sparring with men and one of the men dropped you, I'm like, oh, they not taking it easy on her. Like, she really in there banging with him.
Well, I love that you brought that up, right? And I'm going to speak on this briefly.
out of 19 years out of my whole boxing time boxing, I've been dropped twice. Both in a week of each other. First week was by that guy who you talking about, who gloves was worn and he barely had no padding in them, right? And then the next week when I fought my world championship fight against Hannah Gabriels. Those are the only 2 times in my career where I was dropped, ever. So now that we speaking about that, this dude that I sparred was a nobody, right? And everybody's somebody, but he was a nobody. I already had pieced him up the week before, and I hate that people think and then, so you said it correct. I got dropped. I didn't get knocked.
Shields also addressed the criticism surrounding the leaked sparring clip, arguing that the situation was far from fair. She claimed the male boxer had removed padding from his gloves, leaving them close to bare knuckle, which made the exchange unusually dangerous. According to Shields, that factor played a major role in her being dropped and doesn't accurately represent what would happen under standard sparring conditions.
I go up to the guy myself and I grab his gloves and I'm like, what the hell? It's literally nothing in them. It's like worn gloves. It's literally no padding. So now, me as a fighter who's been doing this all my life, I done sparred against the biggest and the heaviest men you can think about. I've never been dropped, wobbled, or none. So now to get dropped like that, it was like something is up, and it was something with his gloves. I don't have to lie about that.
Listen, you don't have to make no excuses. It was a man. You was
don't matter. They be coming for you. No, but it don't matter though, because since the time I was 11 to now.
Shields went on to emphasize that the moment didn't define the session, explaining that she quickly got back on her feet and continued training without hesitation. She added that she even went on to spar another male fighter for multiple rounds afterward, reinforcing her point that the knockdown was just a routine part of training and not something that should be blown out of proportion.
Highly ranked at 140 pounds, 147 pounds. And then when I got out, I sparred the first guy first who dropped me. He dropped me like in the 3rd, 4th round. He got out, I sparred Harold 4 rounds, and then he got in with Harold.
However, critics were quick to reject Shields' explanation about the altered gloves, suggesting that the knockdown had more to do with technical mistakes than any unfair equipment. Many argued that differences in physical strength and power play a significant role, noting that even a smaller male fighter can produce force and impact beyond what is typically experienced in women's competition.
Claims that his gloves were tempered, right? And that this nonsense, it was ridiculous, right? I was just listening to her. But the fact that the gloves didn't drop you, it's the bad technique of Claressa Shields. When she punched, she hooked with a hooker and dropped the right hand. She always overloads on punches, and she got hit by a man, a smaller man, and got dropped with big gloves. Can you imagine if that same punch would have landed with 8 or 10 ounce gloves by that same smaller man? She would have been out. As it is, she was on the ground for a few seconds, straight on her back with headgear and oversized gloves. Stop with the nonsense. You can't beat a man. So stop trying to emulate, act, and talk like a great man and just be the greatest woman of all time like you say you are, because I think you're great, and in the women's side of things, you are unbelievable.
Even before her back and forth with Rolando Romero, Claressa Shields had already been making headlines with bold statements. She had called out Keith Thurman and confidently suggested that she could beat fighters like Sean Porter and even Gennady Golovkin, further fueling debate across the boxing community.
Like, if I was to say, like, which is the guy I think I could beat up, I think I could beat up Keith Thurman.
Really?
I really do. I think I could beat up Keith Thurman, even though, you know, they like, oh, you know, he beat Sean Porter. I think I could beat Sean Porter too, you know, skill-wise and just strength-wise. I think that they may be stronger than me, but their boxing abilities isn't like mine. Triple G, he's older now, but I can give Triple G a run for his money. I give him a run for his money.
Well, you did say you want to fight Keith Thurman, and who was the other person? I forgot.
Recently?
Not recently, but
no.
over the
So
years.
look, they asked me questions and I answered them. The question a long time ago was, who is a male fighter I think I could beat in a boxing match? Mm-hmm. I said Sean Porter and Keith Thurman. Mm-hmm. Why? I like their boxing skills. They both big, strong men. I respect both of them. But when I look at how they box and how I'm boxing, I'm like, man, if I can shake and bake and go to the body and do my little stuff, I feel like I'm better skilled than them. Am I stronger than them? No. But, I mean, have I really ever been stronger than a lot of people? It's like, strength is not my thing.
Shields has consistently stood firm in her confidence, repeatedly reinforcing her belief in her own abilities. Even as critics push back and argue that her claims may go too far, she continues to double down, showing no signs of backing away from her bold stance.
Some of these guys are so intimidated that I'm just so strong and so confident and so great at what I do. They're intimidated that they think, like, dang, if I was to fight her, she could probably beat me up. That's intimidating for a man. I don't go around like, oh, I'll beat up these men. What's up with you, Charlamagne? You want to fight? You want to fight DJ Envy? What's up?
Don't want to fight.
In previous interviews, Shields has hinted that her physical strength and defensive ability could make even male fighters uncomfortable in the ring. She has also challenged critics to rethink their assumptions, suggesting that her toughness and skill set are often underestimated.
Not my thing when it comes to a fight. Strength is not my thing. It's about skill, precision, and I know how to win. But I got some power too. But no, I'm not trying to knock everybody out. Like, I'm a box them, you know what I'm saying, and move around and move my head. Like, I'm pretty skilled in all the departments. That's why they call me the female TBE.
Y'all better leave Claressa alone.
A significant number of boxing fans have raised doubts about Shields' bold claim that she could defeat Rolando Romero. The discussion has been especially active on social media, where many critics are urging her to reconsider her stance. They argue that if a fight between the two ever became reality, Romero's punching power combined with his experience in the welterweight division would likely give him a strong and possibly decisive advantage. For many observers, the matchup highlights not just skill, but also the physical differences that could play a major role inside the ring.
It's over. It's not going to happen. Claressa, you're not going to win. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen. You can be the best female boxer. You can have all the moves in the world. You don't possess the power a man has. If Keith hits her one good time, her emotions are going to take over. She's not going to be boxing anymore. She's going to be swinging all wild because she's upset. I wish some women would help her and explain to her, look, it's not going to happen. Don't you know the strongest female bodybuilder is weaker than the weakest man bodybuilder? Don't hold back. It's over for her. It is over. There's no chance in the world. Claressa, time is ticking. If I were you, I would call this fight off because you are going to get steamrolled if this man don't hold.
Romero recalled that his early interactions with Claressa Shields was somewhat awkward and tense. According to him, they first crossed paths in 2015 during the Olympic trials, when Shields' boyfriend gave him a ride. However, the situation reportedly became uncomfortable, as Shields seemed to disapprove and began calling him unusual names, leaving Romero puzzled by her reaction.
Athlete did this come from? Because it feels like it came out of left field. You got the women's heavyweight champion calling for you.
I met Claressa Shields October 26th of 2015. I remember I had just lost, I shut both this dude's eyes in Memphis, Tennessee, and they're doing the Olympic trials for women right there.
Yeah.
And I yelled at the ref, and they gave the decision to the dude, even though he couldn't fight the next day. Both of his eyes were it was a complete one-sided fight, to the point where he even said I won, and they didn't want to overturn the decision. He's like, well, I can't even fight the next day, and they're like, just give him the fight, and they didn't want to. I remember I wake up late, and I missed the shuttle, because I went to go to venue, and I missed the shuttle, right? And a guy comes up to me, he's like, oh, are you heading to venue? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, we got a car. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, we'll give you a ride. I'm like, okay. I get in the car. Claressa Shields goes in the car. It was her boyfriend at the time. And he's like, and she's like, why you putting these bums in the car and all that stuff and I'm just like, huh? I'm a bum. I wasn't gonna do anything. I get whatever. I felt weird. I got out the car and I'm like, that was crazy. That was insane. I was like, I could not, I didn't understand.
Romero made it clear that he has respect for Claressa Shields and recognizes her as one of the top female boxers in the sport. However, he admitted that he doesn't fully understand why she continues to call him out. He also pointed out that a matchup between them isn't very realistic due to the differences between men's and women's divisions, suggesting that the whole situation feels more like a media-driven storyline than a genuine fight possibility. Do you think Claressa Shields' bold confidence is justified, or should she focus on challenges within her own division? Let us know what you think in the comment section below.
Why specifically with me? I think Of course, she is the greatest fighter of all time, the greatest female fighter of all time. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or questions about that. But I don't know why she always targets me.
Like, did anything? Did you two run into each other? Anything that all these years later? It's
those were the first two interactions. I remember the exact dates and everything because, well, I remember everything that has happened to me.
Shannon Sharp also shared his perspective on the debate surrounding Shields facing male fighters, offering a more critical viewpoint. He pointed out that there's no clear evidence of Shields defeating a trained male boxer in sparring, while also stressing that sparring sessions shouldn't be compared to actual professional fights. According to Sharp, the gap between controlled training and real competition is significant, as official bouts involve a completely different level of intensity, power, and pressure, especially when comparing athletes across genders. While he acknowledged Shields' elite status in women's boxing, he argued that the physical realities of the sport make her claim difficult to see playing out successfully in a real fight, regardless of her confidence and experience.
Claressa over Shannon Sharp in a boxing match. Facts. These guys are so misinformed about boxing. Like Marjorie Mayweather says, some people don't know ish about boxing. Since day one, I've been sparring with men. It's a reason I'm running through these women. Yes, you're running through women, Claressa. Claressa, you're not beating a male-trained fighter. If that was the case, you would have fought men. You're not. They're not going to sanction. We're not saying that you're a woman's fighter. You're great. You're the greatest woman's boxer
Of all time. Yeah.
That's where all that great came from. Topics like this, say it with your chest. She ain't gonna swing.
We're conceding that. Shakur is just upset that I said I'm not paying no money to see him fight. This fight's not interesting. So he mad about that. I don't even want to discuss him. But Claressa is not a...
Gervonta Davis also shared his thoughts on the Shields-Romero debate, pointing out that many fans tend to underestimate Rolando Romero's punching ability. He explained that even though Romero may not be the biggest fighter compared to others in higher weight classes, he still carries serious power and can land precise, fight-changing shots. Davis added that people often focus too much on size, while overlooking the combination of technique and natural strength that makes Romero a dangerous opponent.
I didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was, like hard.
You felt it?
Yes.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
He stressed that judging Romero purely based on his weight is misleading, explaining that his speed and timing significantly increase the effectiveness of his punches. Davis' comments support the view that, while Shields is a dominant force in women's boxing, stepping in with someone like Romero would come with serious challenges, not only in terms of skill, but also due to his natural power and proven ability to end fights convincingly.
For the sake of rolling, we pull it off, but it's gonna be a good fight. No? You think? Huh? Someone's gonna get knocked out. Yeah, for sure. Somebody get knocked out. I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously, I don't know how to say it, obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin down, so Rolly be getting caught, but Rolly can hit, bro. Like, he can hit. Like, he's the only person I know. Like, when he swung, it felt like bricks were going good.
I fundamentally agree with you that Claressa cannot beat Rolly. I mean, Rolly, for all his wackiness, can punch. Like, and even though he is several weight classes lighter than Claressa Shields, you get hit by Rolly, it's different. It's a lot different than getting hit by Lonnie Daniels and Franchon Cruz-Dezern and all the women that she has fought over the last couple of years. Even if it's just body shots that someone like Rolly is throwing, it would be, it would end badly for Claressa. But you said something to the effect of any man who's a boxer would beat Claressa. Like, you go down the list, like some of those guys that we've seen, Sergio.
At 175? Yes. At 175. I say it again. The 200th ranked boxer at 175 will be Claressa Shields because there's the size difference, there's strength, there's resistance. Claressa could hit a 175-pound fighter dead in the chin that he's gonna laugh. He's gonna smile and be like, that's it. But the same can be in return. It's two different sports. Women's boxing.
Many fans and analysts have compared Claressa Shields to athletes like Ronda Rousey, especially when she makes bold statements about competing beyond women's boxing. After claiming she could take on top male fighters, critics were quick to push back, pointing to natural differences in strength, speed, and physiology that make such matchups highly unlikely. Former athletes and commentators have argued that, even for a fighter as accomplished as Shields, defeating an elite male opponent would be nearly impossible due to inherent physical advantages. Shields, however, has remained unwavering, insisting that she is confident in her skills and willing to test traditional boundaries. The discussion has sparked broader conversations about gender, athleticism, and the possibilities and limits of cross-gender competition in combat sports.
Men in the gym, but my daughter has been rocked by men in the gym. And I want to get this across to Claressa Shields, to every woman out there. It is very difficult for a man who respects women and respects himself and carries himself as a man to defend himself and get his point across at 10% while a woman's going 100. Especially a woman who's skilled, because we're not trying to a woman's ass and put her to sleep, but we're also not trying to get rocked by a woman. So when dude caught her with a left, he probably put 30% on. When my daughter got rocked, my man was literally looking around like, do y'all want me to punch her or not? But they're like, she gotta get her work. Dude cleared the space, bam, hit my daughter in her head. She said she never felt nothing like that before.
Analysts have pointed out that the male boxer who dropped Claressa Shields is relatively small and inexperienced, holding a professional record of just 6-1. They emphasize that he isn't in the same league as facing a highly accomplished fighter like Shields. Given her status as a two-time Olympic gold medalist and multi-division world champion, the knockdown doesn't accurately reflect the level of danger a top-tier opponent like Rolando Romero would pose. With his combination of power, skill, and experience, a matchup against Romero would present a far greater and more serious challenge for Shields.
The quote since she won the second gold medal. Like, I was there in Rio when she won the gold medal. I did the interview where she said, I'm the greatest woman of all time. I was right there in that gym.
Because there's separation in strength, in size, in resistance, and being able to take a punch and rehydrating. It's two separate fields. So you can't move the field goal because you're the greatest at what you do as a woman. You have XX chromosomes. You can't come to this side with XY. XY is stronger than you. They're stronger, they're bigger, they're faster. You might be more polished. You might have more accolades. You might have the aura of this unstoppable, immovable object as a woman, but not as a man. You will get beat by Rolly Romero, and you will get hospitalized by a guy like Gennady Golovkin, which you called out one time. I can come out of retirement right now at 40, in my mid-40s, and beat a Claressa Shields. You cannot do that, Chris Mannix. You cannot disrespect women's greatness and men's greatness, or not even greatness, just average, because Rolly Romero...
19. Claressa Shields is widely recognized as one of the top female boxers of her era, achieving undisputed championships across multiple weight classes and solidifying her legacy with Olympic gold medals and world titles. Still, many fans believe she may have overstepped in claiming she could defeat a male world champion like Rolando Romero, a matchup that most experts view as highly improbable given the physical and competitive differences between male and female divisions. While Shields' confidence undoubtedly fuels her success, expecting to overcome a seasoned male champion in a real fight moves beyond self-belief into the realm of unrealistic speculation.
No woman that could beat a professional boxer. Same way when it comes to MMA. There's no MMA woman, I don't care how great you think she is. She can't beat the F fighter in an MMA fight. A man power and a woman power is totally different, bro. There's no way around it. I'm not mad at Claressa for boasting it. She knows how to sell a fight. Like, Claressa and any male shouldn't even be brought up in the same goddamn sentence. Man, she's great. Listen, Claressa, you are a great woman fighter. Nobody's gonna beat you. We all understand that. Hey, boast yourself up, but listen, actual fighting a male in the boxing ring, that ain't gonna happen, baby. Your ass is gonna get flatlined real quick. I don't care if you're 30 pounds heavier than the dude. Yeah. I don't care if you're 40 pounds heavier than the guy. You're getting your ass flatlined by the
fight moves beyond self-belief into the realm of unrealistic speculation. Do you think Claressa Shields' bold confidence is justified? or should she focus on challenges within her own division? Let us know what you think in the comment section below.